today I want to speak directly to your heart. Because deep inside each of us, there's a battle raging. A quiet war between who we are and who we could become. And the truth is, most people lose that battle not because they lack talent or opportunity or even luck. They lose because they get distracted. They lose because they forget the power of focusing on their own journey. We live in a world that constantly tries to pull our attention in 1,000 directions. Social media, society, even the people closest to us, all telling us who we should be, what we should want, and how fast we should get there. It's loud, it's overwhelming. And if you're not careful, you'll spend your entire life chasing someone else's definition of success instead of building your own. But today I'm here to remind you, you were not created to live a copy-paste life. You were not born to be a watered-down version of someone else. You have a purpose that is yours and yours alone. And the only way you will ever reach it, the only way you will ever unlock the greatness inside you, is by focusing relentlessly on your own path. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me clearly. You cannot build your future while staring at someone else's. You cannot win your race while worrying about who's ahead or who's behind. You cannot become the person you were meant to be if your energy is scattered, your attention is divided, and your soul is distracted. There is a power inside of you that most people will never tap into, not because it isn't there, but because they spend their lives looking outward instead of inward. Today is the day you make a different choice. Today is the day you draw a line in the sand and say, no more. I will not waste another moment comparing, competing, or conforming. From this day forward, I am focusing on me, not out of selfishness, not out of arrogance, but out of respect for the gift you were given, for the potential you carry, and for the life you were born to live. Ladies and gentlemen, focusing on yourself is not a weakness. It is your greatest weapon. It is how you rise. It is how you build. It is how you separate from the crowd and step into the life that was designed specifically for you. The world does not need another imitation. It needs you, your voice, your passion, your vision, your fire. But none of that will be unleashed if you keep watering everyone else's garden while neglecting your own. So today, right now, I challenge you. Turn your gaze inward. Stop looking for validation. Stop seeking permission. And start building the life you deserve. With focus, with discipline, and with a relentless commitment to your journey. Because when you focus on yourself, you don't just change your own life. You change everything. The trap of comparison. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media, watching someone else's life unfold and feeling a sinking feeling inside? Their vacations, their relationships, their career milestones. It all looks so perfect, so effortless. You start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not there yet? It's the deadly trap of comparison. And if you're not careful, it will rob you of everything beautiful about your own journey. Comparison is the enemy of progress. And they're nice. It's a thief that doesn't just steal your joy. It steals your time, your focus, and your self-belief. Every minute you spend sizing yourself up against someone else's life is a minute you are not investing in your own growth. Every ounce of energy you waste worrying about someone else's success is energy you could have used building your own future. Here's the truth you must tattoo on your heart. You are running your own race. You are not supposed to be at the same place someone else is. You are not supposed to follow their timeline, their dreams, or their story. Your path is yours alone, and it is perfectly designed for the person you are becoming. When you measure your life against someone else's, you dishonor your own uniqueness. You forget that your struggles, your setbacks, and your timing are preparing you for something specifically meant for you. Think about it. The most powerful trees don't compete with the flowers. The oceans don't compare themselves to the rivers. They simply exist in their own part. And that's exactly what you're meant to do. You must understand. No one can be you. No one can live your purpose. No one can fulfill your destiny. And trying to be like someone else, it's not just a waste of your potential, it's a betrayal of your own soul. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. You can waste your energy looking at what everyone else is doing. Or you can pour that energy into becoming the best version of yourself. The people you are comparing yourself to, they have their own battles, their own doubts, their own pain that you will never see it. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. And that will always make you feel like you're losing, even when you're winning. You don't need to move faster. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to match someone else's milestones. You need to trust your own timing. You need to trust your own story. You need to trust your own journey. Because the moment you stop focusing on everyone else, the moment you shift all that energy inward, that's the moment you become unstoppable. Focus on yourself. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. Fully, unapologetically, powerfully you. Stay in your lane. Own your journey. And watch what happens when you stop looking around and start looking within. Why? Focusing on yourself is the ultimate power move. When you truly begin to focus on yourself, something incredible happens. Your entire life shifts. Your energy becomes laser sharp. Your purpose becomes clear. Your actions become powerful. You stop asking questions like what are they doing or why are they ahead, and you start asking what can I do today to become better than I was yesterday. Focusing on yourself isn't about being selfish. It's about being responsible. It's about understanding that no one else is coming to save you, to push you, or to build your dream for you. It's on you. And the moment you accept that, the moment you take full ownership of your life, you step into a new kind of power, the kind that can be taken away by anyone or anything. When you shift your focus inward, you stop chasing validation. You stop needing approval. You stop living for likes, comments, or applause. You start living for something deeper, self-respect. Self-respect grows when you know you're doing the hard work even when no one is watching. Self-respect grows when you keep the promises you make to yourself. Self-respect grows when you show up for your own life with discipline and dedication. Every great leader, every high achiever, every world changer you admire has mastered the art of self-focus, so that they weren't wasting their time stalking other people's progress. With bliss, they weren't crying over who was ahead. They were too busy becoming the best version of themselves. Because here's the secret. When you focus on yourself, you automatically elevate your life. And when you elevate your life, you naturally separate from the crowd. There's a quiet kind of confidence that comes from focusing inward. You don't need to announce your every move. You don't need to explain your every decision. Because when you are truly locked in, your results will speak louder than any words ever could. You must be willing to be misunderstood. You must be willing to be doubted. You must even be willing to be criticized. Not everyone will understand your grind. Not everyone will support your vision. And that's okay. You're not building your life for them, you're building it for you. Focusing on yourself also protects you. It protects your energy, your peace, and your mental health. It shields you from the chaos of comparison and the exhaustion of competition. When you mind your business, when you water your own grass, when you commit to your own growth, you win, period. Not because you beat someone else, but because you beat the old version of yourself. And that, my friend, is the real victory. Not being better than others, but being better than who you used to be. Those stay in your lane. Keep your head down. Work like the world is watching, but expect no applause. Build like no one is clapping, because eventually the results will be so loud that no one will be able to ignore you. Focus on yourself. That's the ultimate power move, building a life you're proud of. When you decide to focus on yourself, you're not just making a small change. You're laying the foundation for something much bigger, a life you can truly be proud of. See, anyone can copy trends. Anyone can mimic what others are doing. But real fulfillment, real purpose, that only comes when you build something authentic, something that's rooted in who you are, not who you're trying to impress. Your life is your masterpiece. And masterpieces aren't rushed, they're crafted with patience, vision, and relentless effort behind the scenes. Every choice you make today, the books you read, the skills you sharpen, the habits you build, is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future. When you focus on yourself, you realize you don't need to compete. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You're too busy proving to yourself that you are capable, resilient, and worthy of the life you dream about. You stop living on autopilot. You stop making decisions based on what's popular or easy. You start moving with intention. You begin asking better questions. What kind of person do I want to become? What kind of impact do I want to leave? What values do I stand for no matter what? And when you start living with that kind of clarity, guess what happens? Your energy shifts. You start attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that match the new level you're operating at. But it all starts with you. It always starts with you. Building a life you're proud of means showing up when it's hard. It means choosing discipline over comfort. It means getting up when you fall, even when nobody claps for you, even when nobody believes in you, you believe in yourself. You keep moving forward because you know that every small step you take today is shaping the future you'll wake up to tomorrow. There's no secrets. There's no magic blueprint. No, they're only the grind, the quiet, consistent, powerful grind of someone who refuses to quit. And here's the thing, the world will notice. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually, the results of your focus, your discipline, your sacrifices, they will speak for themselves. You don't have to chase validation. You don't have to scream for attention. Yes, be that. Just evolve. Because real power doesn't need to announce itself. It's felt. Every day you have a choice. Will you focus on distractions or will you focus on destiny? Will you chase trends or will you build a legacy? You are the architect of your future, the builder of your dreams, the designer of your destiny. And it all starts when you make a decision to focus on yourself. So start today. Start exactly where you are. Because the most powerful, beautiful version of your life is waiting for you to rise. Stay committed to your own journey. The truth is, it's easy to start. Okay, it's easy to get inspired for a day, a week, maybe even a month. But the real challenge, staying committed when the excitement fades, when the obstacles pile up, when the road feels lonely and the results feel invisible, that's when most people quit. But you're not most people. You're here because you want. You're here because you know that greatness isn't given, it's earned through focus, discipline, and relentless perseverance. Staying committed to your own journey means trusting the process, even when it doesn't make sense. It means believing in the seeds you're planting, even when you can't see the harvest yet. You have to understand, real growth is silent. It's invisible. It's happening in the dark, when nobody is cheering for you, when nobody is validating you, when the only voice pushing you forward is your own. And that's the voice you need to strengthen. The inner voice that says, I'm not giving up. not backing down. I'm building something bigger than this moment. Because the life you're creating isn't built in a day. It's built in the countless little choices you make when no one is watching. The workouts you push through when you're tired. The late nights that you spend working on your dreams instead of wasting time. Moments you choose discipline over distraction. Every sacrifice you make now is an investment in your future self. But then here's the beautiful part. One day everything will click. One day the struggles you're facing will turn into strength. Today the pain you're pushing through will become your power. And one day you will wake up living the reality you used to only dream about. But only if you stay committed. Only if you stay focused on your lane. Only if you refuse to let the noise of the world pull you off track. Remember, comparison is a liar. It whispers that you're behind, that you're not good enough, that you'll never make it. But the truth is, you are exactly where you need to be. Your timing is not late. Your journey is not broken. Your story is still unfolding and it's going to be beautiful. So stay patient, stay grounded, stay relentless. Focus on the building new character. Focus on mastering your mind. Focus on becoming so strong internally that nothing external can shake you. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone a performance. Your life is not a show for others to watch. It's a mission you were born to complete. So move with quiet confidence. Move with unshakable faith. Move with a kind of intensity that only comes from knowing that what you're building is bigger than any doubt, any fear, or any setback. This is your journey. This is your life. This is your time. Focus on yourself. Stay in your lane and watch what happens when you refuse to quit. Your future self is already thanking you. You can keep chasing the noise, comparing yourself to everyone around you, doubting your gifts, questioning your journey. Or you can make a powerful shift today. You can choose to focus not on what they are doing, but on what you are building. You can choose to trust, not in the validation of others, but in the vision placed inside your heart. You can choose to rise not by competing with the world, but by outgrowing your former self. When you shift your attention inward, you stop playing small. You stop apologizing for your dreams. You stop explaining your moves. You stop waiting for the world to crown you, and you crown yourself through your work ethic, your growth, your determination. Listen to me carefully. You don't need anyone else's permission to live the life you were called to live. You don't need their applause. You don't need their approval. The only thing you need, the only thing you've ever needed, is already within you. Focus, faith, and fierce commitment to your own path. The greatest success stories are not written by those who chase trends. They are written by those who had the courage to stay true to themselves, even when it was lonely, even when it was hard, even when no one else understood. This world is full of distractions, full of noise, full of false promises of quick success. But real growth, real greatness, it comes quietly. It comes through daily disciplines. It comes when you are willing to focus, to build, to fight for your future, even when no one is watching. So, today, plant your flag, claim your ground, decide once and for all that you are done watering everyone else's garden while letting your own dreams wither. You are worthy of the life you envision. You are capable of reaching heights you haven't even imagined yet. But it will only happen when you turn your gaze inward, tighten your circle, strengthen your mind, and relentlessly invest in your own journey. Make no mistake, when you focus on yourself, you will lose people. You will outgrow places. You will face moments of doubt, but the version of you that emerges on the other side will be stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than you ever thought possible. Focus on yourself, not out of arrogance, but out of purpose. Focus on yourself, not to separate from the world, but to rise high enough to serve it in your own unique way. Focus on yourself because your future depends on it. And remember this, you were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out. You were not born to chase. You were born to create. You were not born to follow. You were born to lead. The world is waiting for the best version of you. It's time to focus. It's time to build. It's time to rise. Your destiny is calling. Börjar